Right.
If I want to simplify, so the argument is who is the victim.
Right.
And generally when a foreigner like you arrives, so both sides are trying to prove to you, no, we're the victim. And then you talked about trauma or pain. You have two people here that are coming with a backpack of pain. With both of them are PTSD, as a nation, as a people. And both of them are searching for recognition and acknowledgement. And I would say that in addition, we can go into the tactical issues, who won in which battle and what are the different rights and areas A and B and C, but generally you're looking at two groups of people right now that are not receiving mutual recognition.
Right.
And if you remember when we were in Ramallah and we met with Dr. Khalid
in the West
Shikaki
Bank,
in the West Bank, one of the things that he was able to prove almost scientifically, that if the two people would be able to recognize the other's pain, that would be a good beginning for reconciliation.
Right, through the many polls
right?
that he had done.
And then, we're talking about details and we open maps and all, but at the end of the day, you have two people that are looking for recognition.
Yeah.
And one of the great models that I like to share in order to explain it, and is the story of David and Goliath. I don't know if everyone knows what David and Goliath is. David was weak and small, apparently, and good-looking, and everyone loves him because he wins at the end of the battle.
Against the big
Goliath, the Philistine, right?
Big,
big, strong man, and we're all in favor of David. If we all like David, when I'm looking at the Israeli-Arab or Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and now I'm looking at the Arabs not of the region but within Israel, whether it's Palestinians of the West Bank or Arabs living within Israel. Arabs or Palestinians within Israel truly believe that they are David. Why? We're stronger financially, our military is stronger. Apparently we have the West in America at our back, right? Startup nation, you're sitting over here, all the buildings around you are
lots of new
startup.
construction.
It's all startup companies. This whole building is startup companies. So they're David and we are Goliath. And I agree with them. They're right, they are David. The only issue is that Jews see themselves, and me among them, also as David. Because when they're looking at the Arab-Palestinian identity, they're not only looking at a minority here in the area, but they're looking at their Arab identity, which is the majority of the region. So when I'm zooming out, suddenly Israel is a weak, with its baggage of victimhood and so on, is the weak component in the region, whether you want to call it an Arab region or Muslim region. So two people truly are convinced that they're David. So the conflict, if I need to summarize it, it's not David against Goliath, it's who the hell is David. That's what it's all about. And I'm able to argue both sides easily.
Right. And I think that's the difference, that both can be true in these instances.
Absolutely.
When you're coming, and especially when the conflict is really a mental conflict. It's a conflict of identity and of these other concepts.
What you said right now, both can be true. That two conflicting truths can both be true is one of the most challenging lessons to teach.
Right.
Because apparently most of the people of the world are not able to understand that simple idea.
Right.
And therefore people are searching all the time to pick a side. Okay, I'm pro-Israel. No, I'm pro-Palestinian. And if you're Israeli or Palestinian, I can understand that sentiment. Although we don't use that language. You find it in Canada. You find it on the campuses in Canada and the US. But why do you need to be pro-one? Can't you be pro-people, pro-peace, pro-region, pro-both? This conversation internationally that people need to choose. It's actually very sad.